A federal judge has temporarily halted President Donald Trump's deferred resignation program, which, of course, aiming to reduce the federal workforce by offering financial incentives for employees to resign right now. The program proposed that employees who resigned by a deadline yesterday, as we record this on the 7th, so the 6th, would receive full pay and benefits through September 2025. And they would be resigned. They would not necessarily have to work at some point in time once all the paperwork was cleared. So the deadline passed, but before the deadline officially passed, and people sort of went back and forth on this, um, the American Federation for Government Employees and other unions representing for employees put a lawsuit out to basically challenge the program. They say it violated the Administrative Procedure Act, asserting that administration lacked the legal authority and necessary from funding from Congress to implement the program. They didn't necessarily say it was bad, but they basically pointed out that Donald Trump can't just move money from the slush fund to the slush fund. He can't take money out of the bill money to buy cookies. He can't just do that. And with that, U.S. District Judge George O'Toole Jr. of District of Massachusetts put a temporary injunction on this, pausing the program to go forward. Now, they're going to talk about it on Monday, the 10th of February. So it's not going to take very long to talk about it because the deadline is passed and people are sort of antsy over this going forward. So 40,000 federal employees actually accepted the number. 40,000 employees, which is a nice number, but that's 2% of the federal workforce. They were shooting for 5%, which didn't hit, and maybe 10% if they got lucky, which would basically have 100,000 people take the offer, take the bid, get out of the way, and move forward. This is not a new tactic, but it's something that is done in the private sector where they have the money set aside to pay people, and very often those people don't get paid either for whatever reason. But you sign off on NDAs, you sign off on paperwork, and they have a paper trail for people who could not get those money to have legal recourse to go forward. This is a little bit different. This is a reduction in workforce, which also happens in the government as well at various times when things get bad. But to offer people a buyout, and especially offering like a large swath of folks, they officially offered the CIA and FBI, essentially everyone that's an agent, a chance to get out with money and just walk away from it, which seems like a bad idea, probably because it is, but it is what's happening. But for right now, it's not happening because Donald Trump can't make it happen because there's a judge who's putting an injunction on it, putting a pause on it to make sure it doesn't go forward. Will it go forward? We shall see come Monday what the judge says and whether Donald Trump will fight, complain, or take credit for what happens good. We'll wait till Monday for the answers to this one.